It's the new craze in this country. Food products that advertise a strong flavor without the caloric intake of sugar. It is available in mass quantities, luring us in with promises of appealing to our taste buds without the risk of dietary weight gain. It's included in our diet sodas, our chewing gum, and is being written off as a natural sweetener that tastes like sugar because it comes from sugar. So what are these mystery substances that I'm referring to? Obviously, I'm speaking of artificial sweeteners, and what you don't know about them can hurt you. Aspartame and sucralose, marketed as NutraSweet, Equal, and Splenda respectively, carry with them a multitude of risk factors which I was astounded to find out upon researching their history of side effects and adverse reactions. Statistics have shown that ingesting artificial sweeteners can cause brain diseases, skin rashes, migraines, tumors, and paresthesia. Provided with the fact that these products are sold in over 100 countries, available in over 5,000 products, and are consumed by upwards of 250 million people, as I found out when I stumbled upon the website of one Dr. Mercola, a notable dietary expert, this new trend is becoming more and more alarming. According to Dr. H.J. Roberts, artificial sweeteners, like aspartame, the flavor chemical in diet sodas, are becoming an ignored epidemic. His database contains more than 1,300 reports of reactions to aspartame alone. And it never occurred to me that artificial sweeteners could be a hazard to my health, assuming it was safe because the FDA proved it for public consumption in diet sodas in the 1970s. But then I came across the website of Dr. Mercola, whose findings, many of which were originally covered up by the FDA and not released until after the sweeteners were approved, indicated a chain of health hazards by a large percentage of the population. Now, I won't urge you to give up all condiments which you may add to your beverages, but I will share with you a healthy, all-natural alternative to artificial sweeteners after I discuss the health risks caused by aspartame and Splenda. The risks were found in early studies of sweeteners fed to lab chimpanzees, whose DNA most mimics that of humans. In 1969, Dr. Harry Wiseman gave aspartame diluted with milk to the chimpanzees. One died following 300 days of aspartame, and the others developed grand mal seizures. In 1975, many more animals fed aspartame were the victims of large tumors. Dr. Cyril, the inventor of the additive, waited until after the FDA approved it for human consumption to report the findings to the FDA. Now, there have of course been numerous human trials documenting the results of artificial sweeteners. These studies, backed by the corporate food conglomerates, are highly flawed, the subjects being administered pure aspartame as capsules or in cold water. No person will likely ever use a sweetener in these forms. Now let's look at the chemical composition of aspartame and Splenda to see where the problem in consumption truly lies. Aspartame and Splenda both start off as two naturally occurring components, phenylalanine and aspartic acid in the former, sucrose and glucose in the latter. These amino acids are indeed harmless and a pure part of your diet. It's what happens to them during the trip to the food processing plant that is truly disconcerting. At the plant, the chemistry of the sweeteners is genetically altered with synthetic compounds. 3 molecules of chlorine are added to sucrose and glucose in order to produce sucralose, the man-made additive added to Splenda sweetener. Because this alteration doesn't occur in nature, your body doesn't metabolize it, and therefore won't take on the calories from it. This means that the sucralose does not get passed by the body as waste and stays in the intestines, as reported in many client testimonials on the Mercola website. Now, in one study conducted by the National Institute of Health, the buildup had been known to cause changes in the microflora within the gut, lowering the body's ability to fight infections and also decreasing the availability of orally administered drugs to the bloodstream. Even more disconcerting is Dr. B's findings about the methanol absorbed into the bloodstream after the body's metabolism of Splenda. Dr. B, a holistic medicine expert, has found a caveat in the way the body processes Splenda. The FDA states that Splenda is produced at a 98% of purity, a 98% rate of purity. What they don't tell you is that the other 2% of what is absorbed into your bloodstream contains harmful toxins such as lead, arsenic, and the very poisonous methanol. And the risks are the same with the aspartame and diet sodas. The body absorbs the pectin-free methanol and aspartame and further processes it into formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, yes, the same liquid we use to store dead things with in jars, can accumulate in your cells and react to your enzymes and DNA. Formaldehyde has been linked to cancer in mammals. However, it's the long-term use of artificial sweeteners that has pointed researchers in the direction of danger. In an epidemiological survey conducted and published by the Journal of Applied Nutrition, 551 persons who have reported toxicity effects of aspartame were polled over the course of 20 years. 45% reported headaches, 39% reported dizziness, unsteadiness, or both. 25% reported decreased or blurred vision. 25% of those surveyed told of bouts of severe depression. So what are the other options when it comes down to choosing a sweetener alternative? Well, this depends on your personal health concerns. One would tend to favor sugar over NutraSweet. However, this choice is only suitable for non-diabetics. And diabetics may find peace of mind in knowing that there is an all-natural alternative to artificial sweeteners. Stevia, which is marketed as sweet leaf or stevia in the raw, can be used as a safe replacement for table sugar, according to updated FDA rules. And stevia carries with it many benefits besides having a low glycemic index. Stevia is an extract which is drawn out of the leaves of the South American plant species Stevia rebaudiana. It has been known to actually reduce blood sugar levels while providing 300 times the sweetness of traditional sugar. All this without producing any side effects, according to an extensive research study performed by one Dr. Sneha Hall, published in the Asian Journal of Pharmaceutical and Clinical Medicine. So the next time you go shopping at the grocery store, always check your ingredient labels for artificial additives such as the sucralose found in Splenda, and many other processed additives such as dextrose, aspartame, saccharin, or anything partially hydrogenated. It could mean the difference between good health and illness.